Do you like to shoot fast? Is speed more important than accuracy to you? Do you not care where your bullets go? This video is for you. Okay, so obviously today we're talking about speed drop. And all jokes aside, speed drop is extremely useful and 100% has a time and a place and is honestly my favorite part of long gun shooting. So today we're gonna be talking about what its use is. We're gonna talk about how to figure out how you can run speed drop on your gun, and then maybe give you some tips and tricks for using speed drop. Let's get into it. All right, so when I'm making this video, I want it to be quick, concise, and make a lot of sense to dumb shooters like me. I remember the first time I was taught speed drop, and I basically just knew I'm gonna dial something onto my gun, and between this range and this range, I can just aim center mass and I'm gonna hit the target. I didn't know how to do it for all of my guns though. I only knew how to do it for that one gun. So today I'm gonna show you how to do it on any of your guns, and hopefully it makes sense to all of you strong rangers out there. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna need to do in order to figure out what your gun number is and to be able to run speed drop is write down a bunch of ranges. Right now, I just have 300 through 850 for the example. You can do whatever you want. You can do them in whatever increment you want. I have this in 50-meter increments. At the end of the day, you should essentially get the same number. The next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take these distances, you're gonna divide it by 100, and you're gonna make it a decimal. If you're dumb, just erase the third number and put a dot between the first and the second number. All right, so just to make sure everybody got that, 300 is now 3, 350 is now 3.5, etc. All the way down the board. 8 is 800, 850 is now 8.5. Easy. The next thing that you need to do is you need to take your holds for all of these ranges and write them down here next to your decimals. The next thing that we want to do is we want to take these holds and minus it from our decimal. And this is going to give us our, what's it called again? This is going to give us our speed drop factor. Okay, so we did a little bit of math doctoring, and now we have what we call our speed drop factor. And so essentially what you'll see with this is they're all pretty much within one decimal of each other. And it starts low, it climbs and hits a peak, and then slowly starts to descend again. The reason for this is it's just how a bullet is actually, right? The reason for this is when you shoot a bullet, it rises, hits max ward, and then falls. Our goal through that rise and fall is to essentially shoot a straight line and hit as many targets as we possibly can in that straight line. That's essentially what speed drop is trying to do. Essentially, we're just trying to shoot the gun fast. We're trying to find Ricky Bobby long gun style. Okay, so now that we have our speed drop factor, the next thing that we want to look at is kind of where this peak is, or where's the most common number. That's another way to look at it. So if you see, I've got two 2.3s here, but I've got three 2.4s. So 2.4 is the number that we're looking for, but that's not our gun number yet. So part of speed drop is accepting a level of error, right? We're trying to shoot the gun fast, and we're trying to be accurate, but we're willing to give a small amount of that accuracy in order to shoot the gun faster. And so most people choose a 0.2 mil error that they're willing to accept. You can do 0.1, you can go higher than 0.2, but most people are just gonna stick with 0.2, and I wouldn't really recommend going higher than that. So we're gonna take this most common number here, and we're going to minus that error that we're willing to accept to give us our gun number of 2.2. So now that we have our gun number, we need to understand what ranges we can use this number in order to hit targets. And so the easiest way to do that is to look here at our speed drop factor. 2.2 is our gun number. So if we want to find the bottom end of meters that we can still achieve shots, we're going to go to 2.2 and we're going to go 2 down. And so we're going to say that that range is 350 at the bottom end. All right. Then we're going to go to the number that was most common, which was this peak here at 2.4. And we're going to go 2 mils down again, which here is 850. Okay, now there's 2 ways that you can use this gun number. All right. The first way, if your scope allows and you can change your zero stop, is you're going to dial down, not up, this 2.2. And essentially, between these 2 ranges that we decide, you're going to be able to dial down, and then the hold that you're going to be holding on those targets is actually just the distance. So you dial down 2.2 on your scope and you're shooting a 550 meter target, you're going to hold 5.5, and that will achieve impact on the target within the accepted error that you decided, that 0.2 mils. All right, goes for any distance. If you dial down 2.2 and you're shooting a 700 meter target, you will hold 7 mils, and that will be your hold, and you should achieve impact within a 0.2 error of where you were aiming. The second way of doing this is to only dial on this 0.2 mils. And there's a couple of reasons for this. One, some people's scopes may not allow them to change their zero stop, and so they have a limit for how far down they can turn their turret. The second reason for this is if you dial down 2.2 and forget to turn it back up to 0 and you start shooting, your bullets are going to be going way off the target, and they're going to be really hard to track and make corrections, and you're going to be wondering what is going on until you realize that you forgot to turn your turret back. So my preferred method is actually just dialing on this 0.2, and then when you're shooting at one of these distances, one of the distances that's within your bracket, you're going to take your distance, so let's say 450 again, and you're going to minus the 2 from it, because we already dialed down the 0.2. So we're going to say our distance is 450 meters. I minus 2 from this 4.5, and now my hold is 2.5 in order to achieve impact on the target within a 2.2 mil error. Same goes for anything here. 650, I'm going to hold 4.5 because I'm minusing 2 mils from the 650 mils. Another way that you guys can find speed drop is by using your Kestrel. Essentially, you're just going to go into the menu, you're going to scroll all the way down to System, and you're going to make sure that you have Accuracy First turned on. Then you're going to go exit out, go back to the main page, and you're going to go down and make sure that your environment is locked, or else you won't have any access to the Accuracy First page. Then you're going to scroll down to Accuracy First. And you're going to keep going down once you get to that page, and there's going to be a calculate button, and you're going to press go, and it's going to essentially give you the speed drop. And so here on my Kestrel, with the exact same data that I have on my range card, it gave me a speed drop of 2.3, which is 0.1 away from, what I came up with doing my own dumb math. Obviously, the Kestrel isn't just looking at 50 meter increments, it's looking at like every single potential meter that you could have, right? And so for here on my Kestrel, it gave me a speed drop number of 2.3. It gave me a max range or a minimum range of 326, so slightly off of what I had for my 50 meter increments, and a max range of 953. And I'm sure if we had continued doing the math down here, we would have been able to realize that we could go to 950 or somewhere close to that number as well. But essentially, if you want to skip all of these steps and you have a Kestrel, just use your Accuracy First on your Kestrel and you can get this within seconds. Okay, couple final notes. One, make sure if you're dialing this on your scope, you're dialing down, you're not dialing up. Second, you can only use this if you have a mil scope. So if you don't have a mil scope, you need to come unto Christ and repent. All right, guys, thanks for watching. This was kind of just a down and dirty, how to find speed drop. Some guys just want to get freaking speed drop figured out, throw it on their gun and go and test it out at the range. So if you like this video, like, comment if you liked it, comment if I did something bad, subscribe for more content. I'm gonna be trying to put out 1 to 2 videos a week like this. Some of them are gonna be videos training for a couple events that I have coming up. I'm potentially gonna be competing in the tactical games here in Idaho. I've got a PRS competition that I'm signing up for in central Utah, as well as a US PSA competition I'm signing up in northern Idaho. So if you want to follow along as I kind of train for these events, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'm gonna be coming out with a bunch of shorts going over what I'm doing for my pistol and rifle training, and then I think most of my long form videos are gonna be more catered towards long gun / PRS competitions. So yeah, peace out.